Hi, I'm Abby McHugh-Griffa, Executive Director of the Rochester People's Climate Coalition, with a few quick updates for you, starting with some invitations. Our annual meeting is coming up on September 21st. It's going to be from 5:30 to 7 via Zoom. And we have one particularly exciting piece of business that will happen at that annual meeting. We're going to be announcing our new name. Our members are going to be hopefully voting to ratify it. And this is the soft launch. So if you want to be among the first who will hear what that name is, you'll need to be at that annual meeting. The more official rollout will happen in October with the introduction of our new website. So again, you're invited to that. A lot of effort and thought has gone into this. We're very excited about the new name. We think it's a great kind of step in the right direction for our organization. So very eager to share that with you. Also coming up, let me see. Yes, if you happen to be a Pittsford resident, we just had a Color Pittsford Green launch that was part of this Color Your Community Green thing that we've been working on. And so they are going to have their first official meeting on their own on September 24th at 6:30. If you are a Pittsford resident who is not yet getting those communications and is interested, please do send us an email at info@rockpcc.org, and we can get you connected with the right people. That's specifically for Pittsford residents who are interested in being part of Color Pittsford Green. And in parallel with that, or partnership, there is now Color Your School Green. And this is thanks to the work of some very inspiring young people who have developed a framework, again, kind of in parallel, related to Color Your Community Green, to help school groups develop environmental clubs, organizations, and figure out how to take meaningful action, and focus the energy of school groups that are concerned about climate change. So they've got a toolkit that resembles the Color Your Community Green toolkit. On October 6th from 7 to 8 o'clock, they will be doing an intro event, again, via Zoom. So the target audience of that is, of course, young people, probably middle school students, high school students. But if you're an older person who's just curious or wants to gather some information on behalf of a young person you know, you would be welcome to attend that as well. So Color Your School Green intro on October 6th from 7 to 8. Now, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that this past week has been a very hard one for our community. With the death of Daniel Prude and the corresponding protests, there's a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, and conflict and tension surrounding this issue. And as climate organizers, we do stand in solidarity with the racial justice organizers who are working on this issue. And it might not seem kind of automatically intuitive how these are related, police brutality and climate change is an issue, but in fact, there is a connection there. So we're going to be sharing out some materials so we can help kind of move that conversation along, both in terms of just understanding what is the connection and how can we take meaningful action to address it. I think we all have that moral imperative to understand what's happening and to figure out how we can engage on behalf of the members of our community who really are suffering. So related to that, a very important issue or I suppose action that you can take in the short term is voting. You're probably aware that we have a very important election coming up. And the deadline to register to vote, if you are not already registered, is October 9th. That's right around the corner. And the deadline to request an absentee ballot, if you don't already have one, is October 27th. But please don't wait that long because, as we all know, the Postal Service is a little messed up right now. If you want to get your ballot in time, you should probably ask for it a little sooner. So voting is a critical issue. According to the Environmental Voter Project, in 2016, only 50% of self-identified environmentalists voted. And so we shouldn't be surprised if, we as environmentalists don't vote. Elected leaders probably aren't going to prioritize the issues that we care about. So it's important to get to the polls, and the time to register if you're not registered is right now. Again, climate related to a lot of other intersectional issues. If you want progress, you need to get to the polls. You need to be registered to vote. It is your civic duty. We all have that civic duty. So that's all I've got for you today. Appreciate your attention and your effort to address climate change and all the related concerns. because we do clearly have a lot of work to do. And it's only, all of us working together that's going to make it happen. So thanks so much, and have a good rest of your week.